Good morning. Welcome to a new vlog this morning. Very early in the morning, you find me kind of outside my normal Peak District duties. I'm at Cannock Chase, where I've been before. I think there's a couple of videos of me up here, at least one. And a little bit special, I was hoping to be joined by Craig Yates today. I mean, that could still happen. He might be up later, but I don't think he will. But I am with another YouTuber, a very well-liked guy, and that's Steve Staines. He's bought me a mug of tea this morning. I think it's about 3:30, and he's in that little camper van there. There's the beast. That's where I've slept. And I've been all right. We had a lovely chat last night. It was absolutely bucketing down with rain. You couldn't get out and do anything. We had a lovely chat. And this morning, Steve, who's far more familiar with this place than I am, which is how he reached out because he'd seen me up at Cannock Chase and thought, that guy needs a guide. And yeah, so we're parked up here and we're going to shortly explore. I'm actually in my shorts right now. It's very, very rare I wear shorts. Not that I haven't got fantastic legs, because I absolutely have, but they're a bit cold. I don't know if people do this. You know, it's cool, but it's not cold. I've got the low light setting on. I've got a new Pocket 3. Couldn't live without it. Much as I've been using the Action 5 and done okay, I needed to get my Pocket 3 back. I'm just looking up. There's not much of the clouds to see from here, but there's a bit of texture up there. It's quite grey, and I think today's going to be mixed, but there's a chance. It's still early yet to really make a determination, but there's a chance that these could get hit by a bit of sun. I'm getting a good vibe from it, but I've been wrong before. You may find that hard to believe. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this wonderful 3:30 a.m. made for me cup of tea. I'm gonna probably put some trousers on, and then that doesn't sound right. And then we'll crack on. So, see you in a minute. Well, here we are. I'm with Mr. Steve Staines, very well known in our circle of English photographers. And he's just guiding me around now to where we're going to set up for what could be a decent sunrise. We're just looking at the horizon there. There's a very strong peachy look to it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great sunrise, but there are clouds quite high up, and that's where the colour can come in and start burning those clouds off. So fingers crossed we get something. And then once we've done that, the plan, according to Steve, is we're going to go back into the woodland, and I'm all up for that. So yeah, looking lovely. Got a crescent moon right at the top there, which my camera will not pick up. Quite a bright star to the right of it. Some quite deep and dark cloud right now. There's a big cloud formation to the back of us that's heading this way. We're not sure how that's going to affect things, but it was chilly when I got up and I just had my shorts on. But it's not too bad now already, is it?
That's all right, actually, yeah.
Yeah, now we've started sort of moving our legs. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And Cannock Chase is great. I'll just do a quick 360 just from here, and you can see lots of ferns sprung up here, trails leading off all over the place. You've got some big views over to the horizon. There's quite a valley down there. Yeah, by and large, pretty good. And of course, across this area, there's lots of deer. So we might get a look. We saw a few last night, didn't we, near to the van?
Yeah, I'm surprised if we won't see one or two.
He's never threatened me with a good time.
Yeah.
This is looking lovely here, Steve. We've just travelled down about, I don't know, 10, 20 metres down. We're anticipating light, aren't we, Steve, really? And it's brightening up. We've got a little bit of burn on some of the clouds up there, you see? We saw that cloud formation rock over there, looks good. This is a lovely scene, and I set the video up, I hope, so you can see what a beautiful picture this is that I'm standing in. I think it's really nice. A lot of green, That's what we're fighting in the summer. So much green. But yeah, if we can get light on these trees, across the tops of the ferns, we've already got these like interesting cloud structures to break up that sky a little bit. So we could be on for a winner. So we're going to do a few shots here for sure. And then once we're finished with this, we're moving into the woodland. And hopefully that doesn't involve a lot of walking for me. So we just stood waiting for the light to do what we want it to do. I've taken a few shots, you know, we just as is, because there's texture in the sky, so there's things that can be worked with. And will probably require a little bit of editing just to make these greens not quite so uniform. Cheating if you wish, no problem with that. But we've just watched the sun sort of hit above the cloud, and it's not done what we want, which is dead rude. So yeah, we're just hanging on now, and we're going to do our bits to camera while we wait. But that's all you can do. Waiting game, isn't it? Waiting game. Well, as you can probably see, hopefully the Pocket 3 is picking it up. Steve was absolutely right. The lights coming across here, it's going to light up the fern that I was hoping for. Could do with a bit more of that though, I'll be honest with you. All the trees, all the side of the trees, sideline, absolutely beautiful. And it's just lifting these wonderful subjects out from the green. And we've got a jet coming over now, that's nicely timed. And I'll just swing this round. You can see the sun sort of blasting through, which isn't good. But if you look at this side, the leaves, how beautifully they're illuminated from behind. They're great as well, but I can't actually do anything with that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this short while I get some photography done. Steve's every bit as nice as I thought he would be. Now I'm away from him, I can say nice things because that's how I operate. And I have the same thing with Craig, and I bet most people in this game are like this, just people with a passion for nature and for their hobby, their pastime or their employment. He's a lovely guy. He's just been bitching at me because I'm in his shot, so I started dragging my feet. So anyway, I've walked into this heavily ferned, the ferns are massive here. I just walked past a bunch of like way above my head. I'm not short. So it's lovely the way the light's striking. So I'm going to get a few shots. Sorry I aren't doing any to camera stuff, which I know folks absolutely love and I tend to rarely do anymore. But I will do more of that soon. But I can't here. I'm not getting the tripod out. I'm going to do it handheld just to spite Steve because he always uses a tripod. But there's this shot, so hopefully you'll get a couple of these. I don't know if I'm going to put them up now or at the end, but I guess you'll find out in a second. So positioning is key. The images I took were all right from the start where I first saw the potential for a shot. And then as I got deeper and the light wasn't striking the trees as much and the ferns were getting taller, I could feel that the chances of getting a good shot were rapidly diminishing. So I'm just making my way back now. But I think I've got a couple of nice ones. I think the first one I took, I think that was a good one. Oh, such beautiful scenes down here. So this light's getting in the way, but there's a very gentle slope here, and you can see the trees being sidelit down there. Might be something there to take a shot of. Loving this, loving it. I really don't know where he's gone. Oh, I see him. I see his tripod. Yeah, he's followed me. He obviously knew I was getting good shots. All the photographers do this. Follow me. They don't, do they? So one of the benefits of going on a recce with somebody who knows the area as you'll get to see all the little bits and bobs that you might have just walked straight past. So Steve's led me to a few great little scenes, really wonderful. You do workshops, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, workshops. Yeah.
There you go. So if ever you needed a good advertisement, well, just that alone, just that knowledge is it's worth its weight in gold, I think. And of course you get the benefit of a pleasant chap who's going to tell you what you're doing wrong. He's done nothing but shout at me, to be honest, all morning. Abuse. Right, Steve has set me a challenge. He's brought me to this fantastic, look at this fantastic tree here. It's got all the shape you could ask for. It's old, it's weathered, it's got moss coating it really well. There's some other interesting little bits and bobs around it. There's a lot of challenges. Obviously I don't have environment, but I do have a bit of decent light, I think. And he's challenged me to, I think layer it as well as he's done. I haven't seen his picture, and I've just said I'm going to look at Instagram as soon as you've gone. but I'm going to give it, and I've got a few ideas of my own, obviously, that I think might work, and Steve might go, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I don't think he will. So, but yeah, I don't really want to put his challenge in my mind, because that might then give me, what you call it, some sort of anxiety about getting it right. So I don't want to shoot Steve's shot. I want to do my shot and hope that it's as good as Steve's, or at least as good as Steve considers its shot to be. Not that I'm, questioning. So there you go. So this is it. It's beautiful, isn't it? What can I do with it? Shall we have a look? Shall we see? Really enjoying it here. It's beautiful. This is great woodland. Trees are quite well spaced. The fern is amazing. It really is. And yes, sometimes it ruins a shot, but more often than not, I think it really helps it. The sun is blazing through now. We will make things a little bit more difficult to get more shots, but again, it isn't dense woodland, we don't have this like really dark canopy, so you got to find your spots. But really enjoying it, absolutely loving it. Steve's a wonderful host, showing me some amazing places. Hopefully got some shots to back that up. He's just said not the best photography day, and he's absolutely right, but it's pointless being negative about things not going your way, especially if, as I've certainly done so far this morning, had a wonderful time. And so much to explore here at Cannock Chase. There really is. Steve says we've just sort of tickled the corner of it, and I absolutely believe him. It looks vast, And I always moan about England as little England, but every now and then when you come to these places and you see just how much there is in front of you that you can explore, I have to shut up and accept that it's still worth the adventure. So we're progressing on. I don't know if he's got more to show me, but I will let you know shortly. This is a pretty little area. This is called Stepping Stones, and for obvious reasons. The water, we can see straight through to the bottom. It's quite clear, which is nice. I'm used to murky peak water. And it's just because we've not had a lot of rain, but we did get some yesterday, so it's running at a reasonable speed. It's going over this, sort of working its way around these logs down here. Very pretty. Well, is there a shot? I don't think so. Maybe, but it's nice. This is where you're going to sort of chill for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, have a sandwich. This is nice, very nice. I like this. Look at him, uphill walking knobhead. At no point did Steve tell me that we'd be going uphill for this shot. We got to it, he said, oh, we do have to go up a little hill. Bastard. So this is Groot. Just got to get around, get a particular angle to view it. Oh my, yeah. Look at that.
Impressive.
Yes, let's get to work.
Yeah.
So I was just getting a memory or a memento or a snapshot of this. Wouldn't be a problem. Absolutely does what it says on the tin. Looks like an Ent if you're into your Tolkien, Groot if you're into your Marvel universe. But getting something a bit better, let's say, you know, we should aspire to greater things if photography is not just for, you know, simple memories, and trying to find that shot is tough. It's tough. And Steve just suggested that it looks like it's walking out of shot, which is not ideal, and I don't know how I'm going to overcome that, because the more I move around it, which is what my attempt is, the distance closes on the legs. Let me just swing this round. So the legs, as they're formed, close up and it just becomes a tree trunk and you lose all the character of it. So I'm wandering around, there's lots of fern, but I mean it's not too bad. I can walk through these and hopefully not damage myself or the environment. And I just think it's going to be an angle thing. I think the best I can do is hope a bit of light strikes its arse in a nice way and get the right angle. I've moved into the fern and I'm going to try and use these as a framing device just to make it look as if we're peering out at this walking tree as it's traipsing through Cannock Chase. So I don't know if it'll work. It's worth a shot. I like shape, I like form, and I think this dead tree here looks great. And then again, with because of the height of the ferns, you've got a backdrop, and when the light, if it lights properly, when it strikes, they'll light up, and that could look quite nice. A little bit of dead stuff with some vibrancy behind it, maybe. We'll give it a go. I don't like big chunky tree there, which sucks all the shape away, so might have to shoot it this way, see if it makes a difference. I think that's lovely. I think that's really nice. I'm just going to let the light, it's getting stronger now, just light it up a little more, catching the bark. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, I think that's good. It just shows even with a harsher light, when you're in woodland, you can still get some great shots and make use of it, because it lights areas, dapples the landscape rather than just being a big harsh blob. I'm going to venture a bit further down now. Oddly enough, I'm moving away from Nigel Danson's trees and into where there's more fern, because I'm loving the way the light is hitting the fern. So you go with what's drawing you. Don't just stick around the honey pot. Go to where the light's drawing you. Some of these might run the danger of being a bit samey, but they're not to me. I think maybe on video they probably look a bit samey, but look at this beautiful light spilling down into the middle of this area. So all these trees standing up proud, a little bit of foreground. It's a good shot, I think. Bit harsh right now. And what I'll do, I'll just wait for it to start fading. Cloud, you know, it's not often I'm waiting for the sun to go out. Okay, let's see if we can help it. Just push that shutter speed up a little bit. I think that's going to be really nice, sort of, what would you call it, a big picture, a big vista. All of the width of that forest area going backwards. I think it looks nice with all the light through it. Looks good, yeah. Okay, gonna wrap up now. I want to thank Steve for being so kind as, oh, squirrel. I am the most easily distracted person on the planet. I want to thank Steve for putting up with me this morning with my quirky ways, my lack of attention and my laziness.
It's been a pleasure, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's so kind of you, mate. It's been great in Cannock Chase, wonderful. So expect me to come back here, definitely in the autumn. Yeah. But maybe, you know, if weather conditions, fog, mist, etc., guaranteed, then I'll stroll up from Stoke to the places that Steve has shown me around. So a good reason to get in touch with Steve if you want his expertise on a workshop, perhaps. I don't know how his schedule's booked, but if you can get on it. I've learned a lot about Cannock Chase this morning. Some fantastic places which hopefully will be reflected in this vlog. So I just want to say thank you again to Steve. Thanks, of course, to you for coming along and putting up with me, and see you for the next one.